So, I can finally talk about what I've been referring to as my secret project for about a year now. There's been a lot of conversations with a lot of people where I've given very vague responses and alluded to things without giving much away. So, for those people, you now know what it is. On the 28th of November at 10:30 AM, I will be trying to set a new Scottish hour record on the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome in Glasgow. This is all going to be going in aid of Crohn's and Colitis UK, a charity very dear to my heart that I've done a lot of work with, pretty much dedicated the last 3 years of racing to raising awareness for and raising money for. But we'll get more onto that later. The Scottish hour record currently sits at 46.650 kilometres. It was set back in 1996 by Jim Gladwell of Edinburgh Bike Club at the time. He set it on Meadowbank, an outdoor track that used to be in Edinburgh before it was demolished. Jim actually set out to break his own record in March 2020 in aid of the Down Syndrome UK charity, but due to the COVID pandemic he never actually got that attempt out. But he has given me his full blessing to go and try and take it off him, and he will be there on the day. Planning this record has been one of the most intensive tasks I have done. It has been one hell of an admin journey. Many moving parts and a lot of different things that had to slot into place first before anything else could move. I wouldn't advise it to anyone. Alex Dowsett did say this.
Don't ever organise an hour record yourself. Ever.
And frankly, I quite agree. Thankfully, Alex's record was quite a bit larger scale than mine, but still, I think the reason this record has probably stood for about 25 years is no one wanted to go through the stress of it. I think it was November 2020, I turned to my coach John and asked him if he wanted to set a bit of a challenge for the next year. For the last few years I wanted to do something a bit daft to raise awareness for the charity. I've done an Everest before. I thought the hour had a nice ring to it. It played to my strengths a bit more, and we set out about going for it. We originally actually set out to do it in March, but just due to COVID and things not opening up in time, it kind of got delayed through the year, and here we are now. So the hour record is being run by my team, Real Guts Racing. Despite common belief, there is actually more than me. There is a nice little squad behind the scenes that do a lot of the organising and the planning for me, and I am incredibly grateful to all of them, mainly my partner Emily and my coach John, who have basically kept this entire thing going. John especially has had to put up with a lot of hassle of me failing workouts or trying to move them around or just being me. So after the record, when I eventually get an off season, I think it'll be just as much a break for him as it will be for me. This record really wouldn't be possible without the support I've received sort of over the last year, 6 months. We've had new sponsors come on board with Real Guts Racing, as well as joining some old sponsors that have been there from the beginning. I've always had my back. Like I said at the beginning, the record's all about raising awareness and raising funds for Crohn's and Colitis UK. Crohn's and Colitis UK is directly impacted on my life. As a sufferer of ulcerative colitis and IBD, I have used their resources throughout my IBD journey. They have helped me with medications, they have helped me with support, guidance, and they have been very supportive in terms of helping me to raise awareness and sort of champion this cause with Real Guts Racing and with the hour record. The main goal of this whole hour record is to raise awareness and raise additional funds for Crohn's and Colitis UK. Even if everything completely fell apart, if I can still do that, then it's a success in my eyes. I've always said since the start, the purpose of Real Guts Racing was to show what could be done, specifically in cycling, but also in just general sporting terms, what could be done with IBD. So being able to possibly set something like a Scottish hour record, I think really hammers the point across. Additionally, there's a couple of targets. Obviously, I'd love to set a new Scottish hour record. Maybe put a bit of distance on that 46.65 kilometers. There'll be videos coming out soon introducing you guys to all of the sponsors, as well as sort of what kit and bike and all sorts I'm going to be running for the record itself. I really want to take you guys along for the journey, show you as much as I can. I'm streaming all my training to Twitch TV over on the Real Guts Racing channel. And yeah, I really want to show sort of the build up and really just try and get the message of why I'm doing this across. I'm really just trying to raise as much awareness and also as much money for the charity as possible. It's only been up a couple of days and we're already close to the £500 mark, which is amazing. I think I'm gonna have to up the target amount because we've still got quite a while away from the record, but it's coming thick and fast. I'm sure I'm gonna line up and it's gonna seem a lot quicker than I'd wanted it to. I also really want to answer any questions you guys throw at me, so leave it in the comments or hit me up on Instagram and I will answer all of them probably in another YouTube video. Yes, the beard's probably gonna stay. It's still to be decided. I did say to myself that I would shave it if I didn't do a sub 2010 this year. That didn't happen, but maybe I could break an hour record with it. We'll figure it out. So on to the record on the 28th. I won't lie, there's definitely some nerves playing, but that was always going to happen. If you guys subscribe, you'll keep updated with all news that I post, and we'll be going along with this whole journey, and you guys are going to come along with it. Thanks for watching.